Right then, welcome back to the channel. United have drawn with City 0-0, and I'll be honest with you, feels like the biggest wasted opportunity that United are going to have in a long time. That might be the worst Manchester City side that I have seen, possibly under Pep, to be honest with you. Yes, they held the ball, they offered jack shit with it, playing De Bruyne as a bit of a false nine. Cool. The guy that's got more assists than he's got fucking hairs on his head is now going to be assisting fucking no one because he's the one that's in the box. Doku coming on later on, that could have been an issue for us. He's obviously a bit of a threat, but we coped all right with that. Jack Grealish coming on, I actually sort of said to myself when Jack Grealish is coming on, they've settled for a fucking draw, because he's not going to do jack shit, pardon the pun. But from a United point of view, we look really dangerous, like created a lot of opportunities, but you never at any point had the confidence that we were going to go and score from any of those opportunities. Garnacho's had a fair few. His decision making in the game was probably better than it's been for most of the season. He still had a couple of flashes where it wasn't quite right. Højlund, I don't even know if he had a shot. Did he have a shot? I don't remember him having a shot.
I think he had one.
Not really done anything with it. Dorgu's had one that he's just shanked. Mazraoui's had one that he's just shanked. We had loads of penetration into the box. It just didn't feel to me like there was any confidence that we would actually get the job done. Like, just the total lack of goal scoring. Is it a case of, like, if Bruno doesn't score us a goal, don't worry about it because there's nobody else in the team that's going to actually be able to handle doing that for us? Mount came on, but it didn't really feel like Mount was going to come on and get you a goal. Obviously Xerxes came on, he had a couple of opportunities where he was in the box, didn't manage to quite get one off. Ugarte's had one which was never on target from the moment he shot it. Casemiro gets himself into some wonderful positions, and actually Casemiro drops the easy balls, right? The simple balls where it's a 5-yard square pass, yeah, he's passing that to a City player. The passes where he's maybe under a little bit of pressure, he manages to take them and then in one touch send it 40 yard, perfect weight, perfect height, perfect speed, everything for someone in space for us to go and create a chance. Such a confusing player at times. And in the game where he takes Ugarte off and you're like, Jesus Christ, we're going to be left against City with Casemiro asking him to do 90 minutes. That doesn't feel like it's something that he can do. But do you know what? Defensively, fucking running around smashing people. It looked like he absolutely loved playing in that today, didn't he? Defensively, Mazraoui fucking deals with anything that gets put his way. I thought Maguire did all right. Probably suited him playing up against De Bruyne rather than, certainly probably better than it would have been against Haaland if they'd have played him. I thought Euro did okay. Dorgu in the first half, I think he was maybe a little bit unsure about whether he was going to be an outlet or defending, and actually the entire team, certainly in the first half, defended really deep, which obviously worked because City didn't score. But I would have liked us to have cheated a little bit, either Dorgu or Garnacho or Højlund, who did play. I know you're thinking, Højlund played. He did play. I think he played anyway. One of those, just stay on the halfway line and cause them some trouble. Early in the game, Garnacho absolutely had the beating of Diaz. And you think, can we keep hammering that? Did we stop it or did they deal with it? I don't know which way round that actually ended up playing off. But yeah, coming away, can't say you're like mega disappointed. You're like, there was an opportunity there that we could have taken, maybe should have taken, but you can't say like absolutely wounded or that's not good enough. Did anyone have a bad game? a little bit anonymous maybe from Howson, but I wouldn't have called it a bad game. Wouldn't have said Garnacho had a bad game. Did anyone have a bad game? Really? There was I think every one of them had moments. Like there was times where you can go, yeah, well, for like Ugarte had him, Bruno had him, Delo had him, Garnacho had him, Dogu even had him. Like some Onana had a few. Stretford had really losing patience with Onana, taking ages doing anything. Every player had a bit of a moment where you're like, But I thought every player also had some moments where they looked really good as well. And was it a case of, and no, City aren't in good form at the moment, but they're still the champions. They're still a team that can hurt you. And I know they're missing Howson, but every single other person in that team's like FIFA Pro fucking 11. So why did we look so much more assured? They offered, and I know they ended up coming away with a lot of shots, but it was rangy ones. They weren't really loads that threatened us, was there? There was like one moment we had to do a little bit of like last-ditch defending inside the box. Outside of that, what did they offer? Realistically, what did they offer? It was an easy, I mean, we did say this in a preview, but it was an easier game, and it absolutely suited us a hell of a lot more than Nottingham Forest did. Nottingham Forest popped us compared to that. I know you're like, well, Nottingham Forest had none of the ball and City had loads of the ball. What are you talking about? But talking about threat. There was no threat in Manchester City, and there was fucking shitloads of threat in Nottingham Forest. It's one of them, innit? So yeah, a bit of a wasted opportunity, I think, for us. Disappointed, but not necessarily in the players, more in the situation, because it's kind of like we could have got something there. I think if Ahmad plays, probably come away with all 3 points from that. Probably feeling pretty good about ourselves. Yeah, pretty good, not too drastic. If we could be that solid against Lyon, probably bodes quite well for trying to book a semi-final place in the Europa League. Is it all, can you even just gamble to that level on the Europa League? Can you even do that? Or is that going to be a nicety? Because like, I think, what is it, 7 games left? 7 games left?
Yeah.
Even if you win all of them, where do you finish? 11th, 12th? And we're not going to win all of them. So like, it's almost very much a case of, what's the fucking point in the league at the moment, innit? You almost got to be using that to trial and to test and to prepare for Europa League. Get ready for the Europa League. Don't embarrass yourself, obviously, but like, get ready for the Europa League. Have a bit of an eye on that, thinking, because you could finish what's been a genuinely dog shit mad season with another trophy and Champions League qualification. Very much undeserved. Yes, there's been a couple of injuries towards the back end of the season which have rocked us. Martinez and Ahmad, there's a blow. Two top players, but you know, you get into the summer then, and if Ineos, and technically the Glazers, because they still own 3/4 of the club, if Ineos and the Glazers are able to bring any reinforcements into the forward line, then you might be able to start doing some stuff next season. Long way to go, but coming away, like I said, missed opportunity, and certainly not happy with a draw. Kind of expected a draw a little bit just because of the lack of goals that we've got, but we coped defensively really, really well without, like, you know, just completely sitting inside our own box. And I know that's a bit contradictory to what I said earlier, but we didn't. You know, we didn't do that the entire game. We tried to play football. We tried to stick it on them. We didn't just go one up and chase, did we? That's the difference. But you know, it wasn't enough ultimately. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We're doing 5 things and player ratings. That'll be an interesting one tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Laters.